Hello everybody, my name is Goosebumps for Dummies, and today I am going to be talking about the Goosebumps book that brought back the franchise, Revenge of the Living Dummy. It was the first genuine start to a series that you've gotten in 8 years at that point when it came out, which brought out the 20-book series, if you want to count the survival guide, Goosebumps Horrorland, which is cool, it revived the franchise. It's basically the book that caused everything after that point. We have 2 movies and 2 new shows now. Probably a third show on the way. And comics. And who knows what else is being cooked up besides obviously more books. Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Not putting this book on a high shelf or anything. Or roster, pedestal, whatever. This was the first of many. That whole series was in itself the revival. But this was the first of that. This was the immediate okay guys, we're back. Read this. I hated it. Well, I loved it. Type shit. This is the first impression. So, does it live up to that 8-year gap between the last new Goosebumps story? And does it live up to what people think? Because a lot of people have nostalgia for this book. And a lot of people still really like it, though some people are coming out saying they don't like it that much. Let's see where I land on it in the blurb. And now for the blurb. The thrill ride begins. Stare into the wooden face of fear. Oh no! Brittany Crosby thinks her cousin Ethan is pretty weird, and she happens to be right. Ethan won't stop tormenting Brittany with an old ventriloquist dummy. And the puppet has plans for Brittany too. Oh no! Enter a land of 1,000 horrors! Next, someone will be offered a vacation in the popular Scream Park. An entire week for free? You'd have to be a real dummy to refuse that, but some guests aren't allowed to escape Portland after just 6 days and 7 frights. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's the blurb. I'm not big on it at all. Honestly, this is one of those books where it's like, I don't hate it. I literally can't hate this book, but I can't like it at all. Don't read it. That's my recommendation. It's not recommendable. But, don't forget it exists. It's there. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's when it comes to sloppy stories, this is about, as uninteresting as you can almost get. Yeah. Let's get to my upsides. There's some nice moments with Ethan, the brother, where he's kind of getting a little redeemed with his relationship with Brittany Crosby. Her relationship with Ethan, whilst it's mostly like, I fucking hate you, Ethan. I fucking hate you too, Brittany. There's a bit of, bonding, and I thought that was neat. For, what these characters are. One's a fucking asshole sibling. One's a sibling that's also less of an asshole, but way more hates the other. And that being Brittany. The typical Goosebumps sibling relationship. And there was some bonding in there. So I'm always appreciative of trying to expand these characters a little more. A lot of them, there's some other things involving the dad of the friend character, Molly Malloy. Her attic is a whole fucking cool setting in its own, and it features a shrunken head. And that may or may not be a plot device of some kind, or pivotal thing in the story. Which is cool. It may or may not have something to do with Slappy's goals. It's pretty stinking awesome, and I really liked its inclusion in the story. And no, it is not your boy Shrunky, but it's a shrunken head. I mean, that's pretty interesting for a dummy story to feature something like that, let alone it be a big thing in the story, a shrunken head. It's not a monster, but it's a plot device, I guess, so... There's some scary bits in the book. I mean, especially when Slappy starts, running around and causing havoc. Well, he's not really running around. He just gets up and says, let's do this thing. They start doing thing. Book ends. Main story ends. Slappy's good in this book for what little we got of him. I think it's fine. But there's some scary moments even before then where yeah, it's Ethan doing this shit, plainly, obviously, but it's still it's cool. And there was even a moment where Slappy rips up a picture that this girl, I believe, painted of her deceased dog. And it's it's not even Slappy who did it, it was frickin' Ethan at the end of the day. Which is fucked up. Well, I mean, let's be honest, that's fucked up. That's morally fucked up. And that hit home a little. I mean, it's not like that's happened to me, but I have, right over there, pictures of my dead dog. And that's wow, that's really fucked up. That really hurt, just reading that. So that's kind of an emotional stake there, which I thought was nice. And the opening chapter, come full circle at the actual opening of the book now. My final upside, really, besides the Horrorland segment, was kinda good. Kinda. Kind of mixed on that. The opening had this whole trope thing that you have never seen in Goosebumps before. It's a common movie trope, but it's never been done in Goosebumps. You're probably wondering how I've gotten into this situation trope, you know what I'm saying? And then they rewind the movie. They explain how they got to this crazy point. Most infamous example as of late is the Sonic movie. As mid as a movie the first one is, that one did it, and that was pretty goofy. This book tries that, and it works, I guess. It's not bad at all, and in fact, it's nice because it's, different. It adds some differentiation from this already by-the-numbers dummy story. So yeah, let's get into my downsides. Let's start off with the big one. Trope. I mean, it's not really a bad thing in itself when it comes to tropes in Goosebumps books. But, this one's just it's got a lot of them. And it's just about every dummy, itch it can scratch. You know what I'm saying? We got the talent show sequence, which is actually in an old folks home, which is kind of a nice switch up, but nonetheless, it's not very good. It just kind of happens like, okay, whatever. I'm already tired of it. There's the typical, reveal of, actually, it was me all along, not Slappy. And just normal Slappy shenanigans. And it's fucking boring. Let alone, on top of that, not just Slappy-related stuff, literally Ethan. He is exactly what you'd expect from the dummy book character to be revealed to be one behind the strings. He's a fucking asshole. And he's a whole downside on itself. So, next downside, aside from the first, half this entire book being fucking dummy tropes and none of it being good, it's below average living dummy story stuff. It's not just because I've seen it before, it's not good. It's not done well, and Ethan is not a big helper. Now really moving into that downside, yeah, Ethan fucking sucks. This isn't Tara the Terrible situation where it's like, okay, she sucked the whole book, but it makes a lot more sense why we were building up that, because she gets what she deserves in the end, and that's like a huge release of pressure. It's like finally taking a drink of water after a long jog, you know what I'm saying? It feels great. That's what the ending of Cuckoo Clock is. You finally get that release. You never get that release. You maybe get a soda. Because you know how soda, I've done it before, because I'm a fat ass. After I'm sweating, after a long walk or a long bike ride, I pop open a soda. And it's like, well, that's not very refreshing. It's a fucking soda. It's barely even water. It's mostly sugar. That's what that felt like. That Ethan never gets what he fucking deserves in the story. I mean, I think there was something, but not really much. And I could be wrong. I read this book in August. This book, really, it just doesn't do even any justice aside from the, like I said, slight character growth and bonding moments, plural, I guess, between him and Brittany. Ethan's an irredeemable piece of shit. That could be redeemed if just he's irredeemable because he wasn't redeemed and there's nothing hinting that he was later on. Let alone, he kind of was, but he's just never getting what he deserves, so, where can we go from there? I want to see him get the fucking spanking he needs. Enough of Ethan Ramble sesh. Horrorland segment's mid. That's my final issue. I'm more leaning to not liking it, but I kind of like it in a way. I think it's more commendable because it's the first segment. It's not trying to blow you away. It really just shows you this is Horrorland. Here's some slight hints to Panic Park. I think there was one big one. And here's just some setting ideas, and we're gonna kick things off with, well, bad shit starts happening at the very end of the segment. It's all exposition. And that's not bad. It's just like, I wish there was something more to it. And that's really all I'm saying here. It's just nothing sticks out there. It's kind of like a meandering 30 pages, like, alright, yeah, cool, whatever, fine, yeah, let's move on. Book 2 segment's a lot better, in my opinion. Let alone the whole book 2 is way better. It's freaking the fucking deep. If y'all know, it's a banger. Revenge of the Living Dummy. It's got a lot of issues, but what do I think of it overall? Let's get to my rating. With the few big-ass issues, which have a lot of little issues within them, I guess. And the few upsides I had, but were mostly, sparse and kind of small, but I'll add it up. I'm gonna give this book a 5 out of 10. It's flat ass fucking mid. It's not recommendable. I mean, that's just where I stop recommending things, is basically like 5.5 and below. 5.5 is like slightly above mid. This isn't even that. This is just, it exists. And it's a disappointing comeback, because obviously, aside from the graphic novels, which were coming out around that time, just a little bit beforehand, this is the first like piece of Goosebumps media that's at least somewhat new in ages. It's crazy. It is crazy. Besides maybe that Wendy's game, I guess, but I'm talking about book-related media. It's really the first new thing in a while, and it's just not very good, which is sad. So I don't really recommend it. It's just another dummy story that, sadly, is also just another dummy story. Hope you guys enjoy this book review, and tell me what you think about Revenge of the Living Dummy down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.